First, we will see about like an overview of dashboard, what it is, and what and all we will do in that. And later, we'll go to the scenario, any one scenario from the scenarios what we have given, like in the 16 scenarios. Okay. Um, okay. So let me just share my screen. So let it open. So basically, just tell me this. So did you understand what is basically an worksheet? Because till now, whatever we have done and whatever we have created, the views, charts, everything. Okay. So which is nothing but the worksheet. So assume that once you have developed all your requirements, like any pie chart or bar chart you have created, and almost like in you created like some 10 sheets. Okay. But when it comes to dashboard, so maybe so sometimes you may need to use a complete 10 sheets into one single dashboard, or maybe with just 2 3 um, worksheets itself you can prepare a dashboard. Okay. So basically dashboard is nothing but the combination of the worksheets is nothing but the dashboard. Okay. But when you are keeping that multiple worksheets on the dashboard, it should be a meaningful dashboard. It's like when you are giving it to a customer or any end user, it should be a meaningful kind of report. So let's say you're submitting a sales report. Okay. So in that sales report, maybe you might have created an month wise trend, and maybe you might have created in a pie chart so how that sales or profit percentage which was differing in terms of any region or category, how it was going on. And let's say in a table, you will be showing like a top 10 customer sales. So all these different sheets you have created, and you would like to present it in a single dashboard. It's a sales report. Okay. So let's say, I mean, like as we discussed, just put the same worksheets. Okay, so let's say we have this three worksheets, and using these three you need to create a dashboard. Okay, so to create a dashboard, I think I have already told you that. So these are the symbols for worksheet, dashboard, and storyboard. Okay, so let's click on the dashboard. So the moment you click on the dashboard, it will just display a blank sheet. And here in the left side, you can observe what and all you have basically options. Okay, so to create a dashboard, so basically you can observe one thing is the sheets what you have created will come here. All the sheets, maybe if you create n number of sheets, everything will come here, and you can just drag and drop so how we require. But on one thing you can just remember how this layout you can decide. Okay, so device preview, so you can see. So however we want, like a generic model, tablet mode, using, I mean, it should be view. Even you can create like a phone view also, because the outputs in Tableau might be seeing in different ways. So that's why in the dashboard you can keep in different ways. Okay, so these are the things. And even you can set your size how it should be. You can keep automatic. So automatic, what it will do is, so so once you drag and drop everything, so let's say in the server, once you publish, let's say you have opened in laptop once, it will fit to that screen. Let's say you opened one time in a tab, it will fit to that screen. So automatically it will just adjust to an device which you are using. So that is what automatic will do. And fixed size is the one um, which will exactly fix the dashboard height and width, and in that itself we can arrange our worksheets into a good visualization portion. Okay, and we do have range also. Okay, so range also you can keep like a minimum size, how much it will be maximum size. So this is the regular one, and maximum I would suggest go for the fixed size only, because don't go for automatic also. Because how you want to arrange the worksheets on the dashboard, automatic will not help you. Fixed size is the best one. Okay, and okay, so now, and again, okay, so here we have some other options also, like objects, horizontal and vertical pins, objects, when you're in the tiled. Okay, so these are the two options we have, tiled and floating. Okay, so let's say what will happen if I'm on tile. So I drag this. So let's say I'm clicking on entire view, I'm dragging the sales also. So it will just fit to that entire screen, and it will just adjust only somewhere where you would like to keep or something like that. Okay, but pausing all this, if I use floating, what will happen is you can arrange wherever you want the worksheet, wherever you want you can easily arrange. So that is with the floating. Okay, so choose whichever you want, and maybe you can play around with it how you want to just place the worksheet. Okay, so this is the objects we have here, right? When you are majorly using tiled. Okay, so you can use this horizontal and vertical containers. So let's say when you are keeping like an horizontal, if you see here the symbol, it says you can arrange the worksheets in this container like side by side. When you say vertical, one by one below, so you can arrange, so using these two containers. So when you are arranging the dashboard, you can just think of it how you would like to showcase, and you can use these two objects. And this is the regular text box. If you'd like to add any manual comment from your end, so you can use this text box. And image also, if you'd like to add some logos or images to the dashboard, you can use of this. And even from the web page, if you would like to add any URLs which will be like an reference kind of thing, or any other dashboard link if you'd like to present, so you can use this web page. And like a blank sheet, it is just like a blank which you would like to cover on the dashboard, something which not to be shown, you can just use this blank option. And navigation is something like an this is related to like an action filters. So if you click on this, it will reflect the action in some other sheet, or maybe it will go to some new dashboard or something. So we will see further, we will see how this will be helpful. And if you see this download, so the moment you just click on it, so it will just help you to download like an PDF. Okay, so you can just keep it like this. See, it just says, I mean, this is the new option which came into Tableau. Okay, so earlier it was not there. Okay, so if you see how this will help is like, once you developed your dashboard, okay, so you can keep this button, and you can showcase this to those guys, like for the users basically, like a cross tab image, PDF, and PowerPoint, instead of in the what I would say server options they can check. You can actually use this option also to download this like an these options. Cross tab means nothing but the data it will give, and image format, or if you'd like to give this as an PDF, or if you'd like to give this as a PowerPoint, so you can make it. And even the title, if you'd like to keep what how it has to download, so you can use this. We will see how all these options we can make use. Okay, and extensions, so these are the extensions in Tableau. We have a lot of extensions actually. According to our requirements, so we'll be adding some extensions. Otherwise, we will just go with the regular ones what we just have, and we'll use it. But when you go with the extensions of Tableau, it will really help you to enable some of the features which you will not be seeing in the Tableau desktop, and which will automatically enable in the Tableau server as per user requirements. Okay, so I'll tell few things how those extensions will work, and which are really good. And even we can see like in Tableau gallery, where you can download that extensions, and how easily you can link it with the Tableau, actually those extensions. Okay, and the last portion here what we have is like an show dashboard title. So I'm just showing it. Okay,
అన్న నా వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా?
చెప్పాను.
అన్న యాక్చువల్‌గా ఇప్పుడు మీరు 3 క్రియేట్ చేశారు కదా!
ఉమ్,
ఆ 3 వర్క్ షీట్‌ని కంబైన్ చేసి ఒకే ఐ మీన్ ఐ మీన్ ఈ డాష్‌బోర్డ్‌లో ఒక గ్రాఫ్‌గా చూపించొచ్చా?
ఒక గ్రాఫ్
లైక్
గానా?
ఆ! టాప్ కస్టమర్స్, ట్రెండ్, సేల్స్
ఉమ్,
అని ఇచ్చారు కదా! సెపరేట్‌గా ఇచ్చారు.
ఉమ్, ఉమ్.
ఆ 3 కలిపి ఒకే గ్రాఫ్‌లో చూపించొచ్చా? ఐ మీన్ ఆ 3 కలిపి నీకు డాష్‌బోర్డ్‌లో.
ఓకే,
కంబైనింగ్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్ షీట్స్ అన్నారు కదా! అంటే మీరు కంబైనింగ్ అంటే లైక్ 3 సెపరేట్‌గా చూపించారన్న. అట్లా
ఓకే,
కాకుండా ఒకే
ఓకే,
సెపరేట్‌గా
ఓకే, ఓకే, నాకు అర్థమైంది. సి ఈవెన్ యూ కెన్
హ్మ్.
ట్రై దట్ యూజింగ్ ద పారామీటర్స్. ఓకే, అప్పుడు
ఓకే.
ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇక్కడే వచ్చేస్తది. బట్ ఏమంటే వ్యూ అనేది ఒకసారి నేను బార్ చార్ట్ యూజ్ చేశాను, ఒకసారి పై చార్ట్ యూజ్ చేశాను, ఒకసారి లైన్ చార్ట్ యూజ్ చేశాను. సో ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ కంబైన్.
అవునవును.
సో basically when I say combine means you should put
ఓకే.
together.
ఓకే. అంటే అట్లా చేసే అవకాశం ఉందా అన్న మామూలుగా తింటే?
Mhm.
చేయొచ్చు గదా!
చేయలేవు,
లేదా?
because you are using different
ఓకే.
charts. If it is the same chart, then you can
ఓకే.
say,
ఓకే.
let's say ఇక్కడ టాప్ కస్టమర్ బై సేల్స్ అన్నాను.
హ్మ్.
సో సేమ్ సేల్స్ ట్రెండ్ అన్నాను. సో మంత్ వైజ్ జస్ట్ బార్ చార్ట్
అప్పుడు
అయితే
ట్రెండ్ కూడా మార్చొచ్చు కదన్నా అది. ఐ మీన్ ట్రెండ్ కూడా నీకు దీంట్లో చూపించచ్చు కదా నీకు ఇట్లా
నేను అదే అంటున్నాను. సి
బార్‌గా. ఓకే.
సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ a only bar graph in all three cases, yes you can. So you can make use of the
ఓకే.
parameter and create a calculation and you can show.
ఓకే.
Since we are creating three different individual charts, so you cannot combine there.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
So even I mean like so, and also you're showing different way actually. I mean like see here you're just showing top customers as a sales, and here you are showing the sales in a trend with the month,
ఓకే.
and here you are showing some percentage of sales. Okay,
ఓకే.
and actually you can switch this value here, let's say top customers. So basically when you're using parameter also, what you will do basically, either you will switch this or this, and maybe let's say you created two parameters, one will switch this and one will switch this value, and it will not change the entire graph itself. It will just display the values according to the same graph actually. I mean like if it is like an this same bar chart, it will switch. But since we are giving like a different individual charts, you cannot
ఓకే.
combine into a pyramid. Okay, now I mean actually as per your question, there is a solution to that. I will show you some very rare examples. In such cases we'll use those, but as per the generic rule of dashboard you cannot keep that way. So as per generic rule of dashboard, combining means here you will put together which are required as a in meaningful report, meaningful dashboard. Okay, so let's say I'm considering this as an sales report. Okay, when you say sales report, you will be seeing monthly trend, so which is okay. Now I'll be keeping the top customers and the sales percentage. Okay, so let's say, so this is our sales report, and see by seeing this, I mean like a simple dashboard I created. Okay, so you have the sales trend, how it was performing monthly, and you have the top customers and the sales percentage by subcategory. So you can observe all the sales details in this particular dashboard. Okay, along with that, even you do have the legends, which color what it is showing in the subcategory and everything. You have the year filter and the parameter also, accordingly it will change the value. So you just have that as well. Okay, and I have one more thing here, which is the year filter on top here. Okay, so this filter will work only for this, but I would like to add this complete filter to the entire dashboard. So in such case you can go here, the more options, apply to worksheets. Okay, select worksheets, you can click on all on the dashboard. So whatever the sheets in there in the dashboard, it should work for all those sheets. Okay, so now if you can just select any one year or something, so you can observe the results. So it will be showing for all the reasons, whatever you will select. Okay, so this is just the basic. Okay, so how dashboard will look like and how you can generally create this dashboard. Um, Maybe even you can just create some, I mean you are creating some individual sheets and everything, right? So maybe even you can just try putting them together. I would say instead of combining, so I would say put together. So then it will make sense for you. Um, if you put multiple worksheets in at one place as a meaningful dashboard. Okay, so when you say a dashboard, when you are combining something, I'm going to say when you are putting together the worksheets, it should be a meaningful dashboard. Okay, why? Because so you cannot blindly put any sheet into one single dashboard. Okay, when you are keeping that into one single dashboard, it should be a meaningful one. It should be correlated with one of the other. So the sales, so here when I'm saying like a sales report, the sales trend by month, so and the top customers by sales, and it was showing some sales percentage, so which are related to the sales and which is giving some information to us. So like this way, even when you're creating any other dashboard also, you should remember, and you should keep this kind of views. Okay, this is the basic thing of a dashboard and overview of that dashboard, how we will do and what are the options generally we have to create this, to develop a dashboard basically. Okay, so do you have any other doubts in this? Okay, so if you don't have anything, now we will switch to scenarios. So now tell me which scenario you would like to discuss, then we will start with that only.
On eighth one.
Mm, Scenario 8. So in the dashboard, you are clear, right? I mean, it's a basic, I just told you. Okay, so there are a lot of
Yeah,
things in the dashboard we need to discuss as an overview. So what and all options will be there, how we will just generate a dashboard, I just told you. In
యాక్చువల్‌గా మీరు ఫస్ట్‌లో ఒకటి చెప్పారు కదన్నా! ఐ
hmm,
మీన్ మ్యాప్స్‌లో సమ్ పై చార్ట్ అడిగారు ఒకసారి. టాస్క్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు
I'll show
నార్మల్‌గా.
you.
ఓకే.
So I will tell you. So all those different combination of charts and all those things, so once we finish this dashboard cutting, before going to server, I will cover up all those different types of charts which are not appearing in that show me. I think I just shown you some waterfall chart, and I just shown you
లాలీపాప్
some
చార్ట్.
dual combination something. So there are some other charts also which we can create on our own. I will give you some random charts, so what and all we can create without, I mean, which are not appearing in show me. Then in that I will show about the maps also. So even in maps, so even we do create some different ways. I mean, on the maps itself, as I told you, pie charts and all those things. So if you just observe something when we are telling on maps, when we are creating pie chart, which will make sense, but let's say on maps you are creating a line chart, which will not make sense. So only few cases will be there, um, which and all we can use on the maps. So I'll just show you so what and all we can develop. Okay, so I think a dashboard portion, it won't take much time. So we just discussed about the basics today. So tomorrow when you're discussing, I'll just explain some of the other options what we have in Tableau to make little more interactive the dashboards, what and all the other options we have. So once those are completed, then my next thing will be, I'll be telling you the charts which we are not showing in Tableau, and I mean to say which are is not showing in Show Me, we can cover up, and also some of the kind of real time. Actually, those kind of real time scenarios I will cover up with this scenarios basically. Okay, so then the next portion, so we can just see what and all we can showcase, and what and all we have missed, everything we'll check. Then I'll go to the Tableau server. Okay, so before I'll go to server, I'll cover up all those things which I might have missed, or maybe I might have told you that we'll be discussing later. So I'll cover up all those things, and then we'll go to server. Okay.
ఓకే అన్న.
Okay, so now we will see. As you told, scenario 8. Let's try to understand the problem first here. Okay, so what I had kept is like how to calculate year over year growth when quarters are like 15Q1, 15Q2, etc. Okay. Mm, First try to understand the problem. Okay, so we have a problem that how to calculate year over year growth when quarters are like 15Q1, 15Q2, and you need to understand what is this 15, what is this Q1, Q2. Okay, year over year. Okay, so year over is year nothing but from year to year. What is the growth? I mean, whether it might be decreasing or increasing. Let's assume that it's a sales. Okay, so let's say from year to year, how it was differing and how the value is going up and down, or maybe how whether the value is going very high or very low. So that is the generic one you should just think first. Okay, now let's.
Now what is 15 Anna? 15 Q1
15 is
quarter,
nothing but
okay.
the year.
19, okay.
Okay, so that's where I am just telling. So now let's get into the actual discussion of the problem, what it is, and then we'll go to the solution. Okay. Okay, so now, so here we say for problem description, see the below image. So to describe that what is the requirement we need, so we just need to check the below image. Okay, first step, user want to see current and previous 4 quarters only. So it is like only 4 quarters they would like to see. Okay, whether it should be the current and previous, only 4 quarters. So either it will be like a it's like, let's say, current year and previous year, 15Q1, 15Q2, Q3, Q4, and let's say before to that 14Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, like that. So that is the first thing we should just think. So that is what it says. And second point, let's take 13Q4 is my current quarter, and 13Q3, Q2, Q1, 12Q4 are my previous 4 quarters. Okay, so when you understand about the first point and when you go to the second point, they had clearly given how even you should consider that quarters. Okay, so I just mentioned user want to see current and previous 4 quarters only. So it means that, so basically overall 5 quarters data they have to see. Okay, one is the current quarter, and based on this current quarter whatever it will stand, that plus the previous 4 years, four, not 4 years, I would say 4 quarters. It might be including the previous year and current year, or maybe it depends. Okay, so whatever the quarter you are checking, that you are into the current portion, and based on that it will go back to the previous 4 quarters. So that is what it should look. So that's where in the second point we have clearly mentioned, let's take 13Q4. So 2013 quarter 4 is our current quarter. Then the value should go Q3, Q2, Q1, and which is of the last quarter from 2012 year. So that is the 4 quarters. Okay, now the last point, user want to see year over year growth between the current quarter, so which is the 13Q4, and the last fourth quarter, so which is the 12Q4. Okay, so in this case we have considered like a 13Q4, and when you are comparing the year to year, so this Q4 and this Q4, if you can just compare, then you will get your the year over year difference, or the how, whether it was increased or decreased, you'll get to know. Okay, now if you observe how that should come. Okay, so reason wise, sum of sales by quarter when you are showing. Okay, so year and quarter you can see the sales and user expected output. Still user not happy because expected last row, all remaining rows are showing nulls. So finally user want to see only last row. So basically So we have done something and we got this kind of output. Okay, but the final expected output is this. So only when we are showing that year over year growth, it should show only this particular row. What is that percentage? So when you are saying year over year growth, okay, uh, you can show that in a percentage, or you can actually show that as an sales number. Everything, it all depends on you. But so this is what we can show initially. So let's say when you are selecting current quarter, so based on that, the previous 4 quarters we can show the value. From this, when you are checking that year to year percentage value, so you'll be getting the value on the last row itself. But you don't want to see that other quarters as showing null, and you just wanted to display only this line item. Okay, so that is the expected output. Okay, so to do this, so now we will enter into the solution. So what it will do, we will just see, and we'll just follow that. Okay, no solution. I don't have quarter like 15q1 15q3 in sample so superstore data. Okay, so I'm creating a calculated field as year and quarter using below formula. Why? Because we don't have information like this in the sample superstore data what we have. Okay, so for that itself, so to just get that year and quarter from the data, so we can create this. Okay, now we will see how this calculation will work. Okay, let's say first you would like to get the year from this order date. Okay, and if you observe, I am just displaying 2 digits from the year. Okay, so to do that, what you have to do? Okay, this is the date field. Okay, so when you are displaying here, you should keep like a text value there. So what you have to do, you have to convert this into text. So to convert that, you can keep str, and year also is an function which you can directly get the year from order date, or also you can use like a date part and you can get the year also. So like this also you can get. Okay, so now, so which is actually converting to string. And when you say year, normally it will just display the 4 digits. So but you just need to display 2 digits. So if you would like to just display only two, and also 2015. Okay, so basically you would like to display the year 15. So it means that from right side only 2 digits you need. So that's where this right function you are using, and 2 digits. Okay, and this you would like to just display the q in between. Okay, and when you are selecting this as an again the order date, and giving like an date part, and when you are going with the string, again it will display the number of the quarter. Okay, so it just says either 1 2 or something. So you need to create this. Okay, so this will just disconnect. We'll just discuss this next step. We'll just join back. Okay, so in the meantime, I'll just put this into a calculation.